Okay, my name is Nina, and I am in year 21 in education. I taught 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade for almost 9 years, and then I went into a teacher support role, instructional facilitator. I did that for a few years, and then I went into the charter setting and worked there on both education and policy side, and started the leadership coaching about 3 years ago, and I've been doing that ever since.
My name is Constantino Aguilar, and I've been in education now for 24 years. I started as a high school Spanish teacher, and over the last 14 years I've held different administrative positions, from associate principal, high school principal, to an executive director, now an assistant superintendent of educational services. Got into this profession because I had great role models in the classroom throughout my educational tenure. I remember teachers that were so influential to me as a preschooler, and then again as an elementary student, and most noticeably I had some really inspirational teachers in high school that really influenced me to be the person I am today, but more importantly to go into teaching and really model for me how we can give back to our community and give back to all the different families that live within our community.
My name is Jocelyn, and I am a coach with Inflection. I've been a coach for the last 4 years or so. Before then, I was actually at a school district as the director of MTSS. Before that, I was in a school building as an administrator and a high school English teacher.
My name's Ken Parshall, and just finished a 35-year career in education. 12 years of that was teaching in a high school math classroom and coaching football and wrestling. Most of my time was spent as a high school principal, where I was the principal of 3 Oregon high schools over a 13-year period. Also spent time as an assistant superintendent in a larger school district of 42,000 students, and then most recently as a superintendent of a small rural district. I've enjoyed working with diverse student populations. I've had the pleasure to work, teach and to lead in some of Oregon's more diverse schools and districts. I've chosen this as a career so that I could impact kids' lives in hopefully the way that my teachers and coaches impacted my life.
I'm Sarah, and I have been a leadership coach for the past 9 years after I retired from being an administrator, school principal, and central office. Also, prior to that, I was a classroom teacher. And I've been doing coaching for the last 9 years, working with schools and principals to help them put in systems and structures to improve outcomes for students. And I've been working with the Oregon Rural Schools Network now for the last 5 years. And now we've been partnering with Inflection.
My name is Shirley, and I am a retired middle school principal. I have been in education for over 30 years. I started off my school career as an ESL student, not speaking English, and started in school as a kindergartner after being in the country for 3 months. I built this bond with my teacher at that point, and knew from a very early age that I wanted to be a teacher.
The why is making it better. You know, the students are education's probably most crucial clientele. And since the teachers serve them, I just see student achievement and teacher development as like one piece, and my work is to support both of those.
Really the why for me, and really working with Portico, is to ensure that all students are going to be served. We have numerous students, with numerous experiences and different backgrounds and different statuses within our societies, and our school systems don't work for all students, and it's really important that we provide leadership, and we provide opportunities for everyone to grow, from our students and our teachers and our administrators, to build a more robust system that represents everyone and is inclusive of everyone that is in that school community and school building.
I think the biggest challenge schools are facing is that students are coming in with exposure to all of these different subcultures, let's call them. Social media, the news, what have you, technology. And so trying to incorporate that into the classroom and not teach like we were teaching in 1950 or even when I was in school in the 80s and the 90s is really challenging. And trying to figure out how to engage a student that's not interested in the content, right? But still needs to develop the skills in order to navigate the world, whether it's for a career or for college. An example is that the student who loves video games and wants to develop them, they're not going to be interested in history and social studies, right? They might be interested in math a little bit, I'm not sure. But the skill that's required is what we really need to start teaching toward, and using the subject matter as the conduit for developing those skills. And so that's where I believe the inflection and particularly Portico play a huge role, because we really are focused on how do you anchor these skills, this vision for readiness, and very transparently ensure that students know that they're learning them and the benefit of learning the skill versus just the content. The content becomes then the conduit.
I think often we can judge others, and we most often should lead with empathy and understanding, and understand that maybe someone who's challenged right now, maybe there's something else going on in their life, or maybe they've navigated something really tough, and we need to be loyal to them. We need to give them grace, and that's what builds great teams. And how, I think about it through the lens of a school leader and a district leader. How do we build a culture where we're kind and caring to one another in the hallways, in the classrooms, in the athletic arena, in the performing arts, in staff meetings? How do we give that kind of kindness to each other as we do this work together?
I think some of the most significant work at the building level is with building leaders and helping them work with their staff, their community, around identifying what their vision is for improving student outcomes and making sure that students have what they need to be ready for all the transitions through school and be ready for life and career. And I believe that the why behind all of this is that we support leaders to develop their potential so that they in turn can make experiences relevant for students and meaningful.
I think part of our job as educators is making sure that every child has the opportunities, that regardless of your background, regardless of the color of your skin, regardless of your demographics, that there isn't anything that is left closed off to a student, that everybody gets the same opportunities to excel and move forward.